Hi, welcome back to another Python's programming practice project. Today, we'll be seeing how to replace alphabets with a numerical position. That is, if I have a phrase like or a word like girls, I'll be replacing it with seven. Seven. G is the seventh alphabet. I is the ninth alphabet. That would be nine. R is the 18th alphabet. Here I'll have 18. L is the 12th alphabet. S is the 19th alphabet. Now, this is what I'll use to replace it at the end of the day. Now, the first thing on my mind map is to create a dictionary. A dictionary of each of these alphabets relating to their numbers or their position. Like E is the first, A will be 1, B will be second, that's 2, C will be 3, and so on. After creating the dictionary, now the first one, step 1, will be creating a dictionary. Step 2, now define a function. As in step 2, we define a function. Now this function will do one of two things. The function will have to check for each of these items or each of these alphabets and check if they are in this dictionary. That is, it will use an in statement or to check if they are in this dictionary. If they are in this dictionary, now it's going to pick the value pair of the keys. The alphabets will actually be the key and the numbers will be the values. So the function will pick the value and append into a list. Now let's get started. Let's get started. Like I did say, the first thing we want to do is to create a dictionary. Let's call that dictionary letters dict. That will be equals to, yes, creating a dictionary. You use curly brackets to create your dictionary. Now I already have it. Let me pick my alphabet. Now here is my dictionary. I have my dictionary of alphabets where the alphabets are the keys and the numbers are actually the values. We'll now create a function. To create a function, let's call that function alphabet position. Alphabet position. And I'll have it taken phrases. Now, after creating the function, the next thing is to create a list where we'll finally append to. Create a list. After creating list, I want to use a for loop. For I in phrase, because I want to iterate through the loop. Now, so that if I'm iterating through it, but I want a condition also. I want to check if I is in letters. I want to be sure I is in letters. If I is in letters, then I want it to append the value of I in lists. I want it to append the value of I in list O1. So that I'm doing this dot append. After appending it, they will come into list O1 as list items, but I don't want it as list items. I want to join each and every one of my items together. So I want to use to get my numbers together. So I'll be using a dot join to join everything in list O1. I want to call your attention to something at this point. Dot join works with strings, but what I should have in list O1, they are integers. So Even if I should run my code now, we should get an error. Let's run the code now first. Let's run it for alphabet position. I want to run it for girls. Let's run it for girls and boys. I'm running for girls and boys. You can see if you look down here, you see that I have an error. My error says that in here, my highlight here is my error, is a type error, telling that expected string instance int found. So the first thing I should do is I should convert my values from int to to string. So for I in letters, before even appending the dict value, I want to convert it to a string. For I in letters, if I is in letters, let's convert it at this point. Num, let me just use num here, is equals to string into letters dict into I into I. Now let's run it again. We should have something. Okay, we still have the same error. Oh, sorry, I did not change this. I converted it, but I didn't remove this from my code. The letters underscore dict. Now, what I should have here is num. Now with num in my so what I'm appending into my list O1 now is a string, not an integer. So let's run it again. Oh, I didn't finish my code. Sorry. That's another thing I didn't do. Now I should have it print. Either I'm finishing the code here with either a print statement or a return statement. I should have it print numbers. Should have it print numbers. Now let's run it now. Should have something. You can see I have the figures here. 791. 7 is for G, I is 9, R is, but I'm not okay with what I have. I have it clumsy. I want it separated. I want each of the items separated with a space. So what I'll just do is I'll come into the join value here. I'll create a space. So I can run it again. And you can see my values here now. They're all separated with a space. Now, but what of in a case where what I just did here, I have girls, I have everything in lower letters. Let's change this. If I have caps lock, if I have uppercase, sorry, if I have uppercase, what will I get? Now, if you look at this, if I have uppercase, the 7 is out, so the value of G is out. The value of B, I also have a 2 before, I also have a 2 after 4 before the 15. That is also out. So because it's an uppercase and for I in letters, there's no uppercase in my dictionary. So what I'll just do is I'll have to convert my I into a lowercase before checking it out. So that I now should now be equals to I dot lower. So with that, I've converted it to a lowercase. Let's run it again. You can see that the 2 is back for the position of the 7 also is back. So I think our code is good to go. All thanks to Code War. I put this on Code War. All thanks to Code War.